Welcome back to another episode of Tracking the Coronavirus. We are on day 93, April 1st. New month, new day, and we have passed 50,000 deaths and a million cases. So, April 1st. Actually, we are very close to 50,000, I think. I'm recording this on April 2nd. So, as of now, we have actually passed 50,000, 52,000. But April 1st, 47,000, so very close to that number. And yesterday, cases were at 935,000, and today they're already over a million. So, really, make sure you're staying home, and that's the only way to prevent this from happening. Just stay home. If one could freeze everyone on Earth, the virus would be over in a matter of a couple of weeks. So, just try your best to freeze and self-isolate and stay at home, Netflix and chill, do whatever you do. Anyways, on with death. Yeah, I think it's 47,000. Yeah. And that puts us with this equation. So you can see the initial value getting closer and closer to the actual, which is 17. Yesterday it was 23, now it's 20.7. So let's try to graph this. Okay. 0.011. And so we have 0 and 5. Cool. So what's our 0? That's going to be our initial. And 5 being, well, whatever 5 is. Let's try to look. 31,051. 31. Perfect. 2 points. Now let's graph. So initial is 20.7 times b to the x. Okay, so what's our b? B is always going to be our fifth value, which is 31.051. Divided by our initial, 20.7. I just keep in mind I take the fifth value because the numbers work easier. So I divide that to find a compounded rate, and then I do that to the power of 0.2, or take the fifth root of that. Same thing, and that should give us a pretty close rate to yesterday. 0.1, well, it's 8%, 8.44, 78756. Okay. All right, yeah, so this should line up perfectly with that red line. Indeed it does. You can see right there that overlap. And let's try to predict kind of the future here, April 2nd. So today's 93. 5 days in advance, you would predict tomorrow. So, oops, I'm sorry, that's the wrong initial. It's not 20.7. Sorry, this is 20.7. My bad. We're dealing with different data here. This is the death toll. So it is 58,000 deaths, and that is what they think the end of the day would be. April 2nd actually ends in 1 hour and 20 minutes for GMT UTC time. So currently we are at 52,000. It's saying that 58,000 would be the end of today's results, or 1 hour and 20 minutes from now. I don't think that is that accurate, but I think it is pretty close. If we look at 97, maybe that's a little more accurate, 54,000. I think that would be an accurate resemblance of today's results, or closer. So yeah, so this graph is actually a couple days behind. If we look at 96, that would be today, 49 grand, awfully close to today's actual results, which was 47 grand. So we are getting more and more accurate, and the rate is still 8%, which is a little scary, but we're here to flatten the curve, and we'll do great. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.